Well, hello there and welcome to the stream. This is Papercraft in part 2 of the NX-01 Papercraft stream. So we have already done part 1, which is we've built the majority of the ship now. And oh, my phone's actually playing the stream as well. There we go. Yeah, apologies if the camera freezes every now and then. I'm working on it. So yeah, we started by building the ship. We've got the insignia to do and the show text to do, the logo. These are some of the other ones that we've been doing on this stream for anyone who's new to these streams. So we've managed to do the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager, and the Enterprise D Bridge. This is just going to be endless streams of me doing artwork. Basically just paper crafting. So yeah, we left off. I was a little bit strapped for time, to be fair, so we didn't get an awful lot of the ship finished. We've still got some obviously some stuff to draw on here and some extra little bits to put on, but we can we're just going to crack on, because on here now, this is what I used to transfer everything over to get the shapes right and everything. Is my trace image. I've done the logo here. You might be able to just make that out. It's very small, so I've done it a little bit bigger because it's quite intricate and there's a lot of work to do. I just decided to make it bigger so it can fit on here. Okay, so so it'll just be a little bit easier to create. We've also got the show logo down here, which I can recreate using some white card. So I want to try and get cracking, because there's a lot to be getting on with. If you are new here and you're enjoying what I'm doing, then please hit that sub button, subscribe, and yeah, that will really help the channel, this very small and fairly new channel, to grow. So there's a few bits I want to focus on with this. Let me just pull up my extra image here, my reference image. And we'll get a cracking. Now, things like windows, I'm obviously not going to be punching little tiny bits of card through. I've not got the necessary tools. I've only got a scalpel and a pair of scissors. So there's really small stuff I'm literally going to dot on with some paint pens, and all the detail is going to be a fine line black pen. But I'm going to try and get as much on here as I can through card. So we've got a very thin strip here that we need to put in with the saucer, just to blacken this section off here, because that is actually an opening in the ship itself. So we'll do that now. I'm just going to move the primary image to the side. Just get a shot of that. There we go. Off it goes to the side. Got a cutting mat here, so we're not going to be damaging anything mouse mat related, which is good. Reference image and some cards so we can actually see what it is we're doing. So how are you? How is everybody? Are you all well? I hope you're all well. I hope everybody watching here is well. It's become an absolute highlight of my weekend to do these streams. So I enjoy doing this sort of thing, so I'm hoping you enjoy watching them as well. We're going to probably have it's going to be very thin, that is, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be really thin. But hey, therein lies the challenge, right? This is a really thin piece of card that we've got to get onto the final image. Yeah, transfer it that way. Again, I had a nice big delivery of card yesterday, so we've actually got more ship color card. I've actually got quite a pile of it forming now. The trouble is, with the specific shade of card that we need for the ships, you have to get a multi-pack of different color card. If I try to order them singly, it's the wrong shade. So that's the problems that I've been having First world problems, of course, but still problems nonetheless when you're trying to accomplish something. Firstly, let's see if that is in fact transferring. Now the edge I want to make sure I get absolutely right in terms of the cut is this outer edge here, which is the most important. All right, scalpel, and I'll try and keep this central, and I'll try and zoom in for you when I can. So I'm going to zoom in here so you can get an idea of how small the cuts are. I have to use a set of helping hands, basically. It's a magnifying glass because I'm just getting too old to be able to see what the hell is going on. So this is the edge that I want to get right, okay? So because it's going to match up, hopefully, with the other edge. Hello, Stephen Bromby. How are you, my friend? It's good to have you here. I'm already drifting. Has to be relatively straight. It looks like it's veering. Okay. Oh, okay. Getting very close now to that edge. Yeah. Oh, that's small. That's really small. Okay. A little bit there. Come on. There you go. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, that's very small, Dr. Evil. Barely seems worth it, but that is actually a really good fit. I'll try and, again, move this over so you can see. That is actually a really good fit. Okay. The most interesting bit is the gluing. Trying to get this glue on here. Now, I've got a pair of tweezers, obviously, for pulling. I'll zoom back out as well. I'll try not to make a habit of keeping you in the dark on what's going on. So we'll get this stuck down. I want to try and be as efficient as possible with this because although I'm planning on streaming for a while, the time really gets away from you when you're enjoying yourself. You know, when they say all time flies when you're having fun. It's very accurate. Very accurate. Uh-oh, DM's finally gone bonkers. He's starting to talk like Pellier now. Someone get the straight jacket.
I don't know what you mean. I don't talk like Pellier. I'm too busy on LSD.
I'll try not to do that too much on these streams. People won't know the context if they're just joining the channel and they don't know the rest of the history behind
Pellier.
Okay. So I've done that. That's fine. I do have two recesses in here. No, here, on here. And I'm thinking this colour. I do have some of this somewhere, I think. Oh, do I heck? Oh, blimey. Check my scrap pile here. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Forgot I'd not grabbed this. So we've got two sections here. One with some bay windows in. We're just going to cut that out of this card here. Let's get that over there. I'm not going to rush or anything like that. It's not a rushing man's game. But it is... I don't want to sort of... until the pitch is done, I just want to focus on getting that finish. Because my challenge is with these, certainly with the ships and anything that's not massively complex, the aim is to get it done in 2 streams, which has been true so far. But the more complex they are, obviously, the longer they're going to take. Gooner, how are you? Looking great, DM. Can't stay. I'm about to watch the football, so we'll catch up later. Hope you and chat well. See you soon. Gooner, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much. PS, love this ship. Mate, so do I. I think the NX-01 is one of those unsung heroes of Star Trek. I absolutely love the NX-01. I do have the Polar Lights model, which I have sprayed up and ready. I've like prepped a load of models, but I've not built them. So the NX-01 Polar Lights I'm definitely going to have to check out. I'm going to have to build, sorry, check out. Okay, so for this, I'm going to just cut it out. You'll be able to roughly see what I'm doing. For the text, when I cut the text, I'll zoom in for you so you can see what's going on. That's one. Okay, I'm not gonna complete the cuts on this because I want to get the graphite off if I can. Erasing things makes everything wobbly. Okay. So, off with you. Off with you. Shame we never got a 5th season. 100% agree with that, my friend. Really wanted Enterprise to work. The studio just... There's Moonves did his thing, didn't he? Oh my god, that's way out. Make a mess. Make a mess. Yeah, it's making a mess, alright. Let's go roughly there. And then this one will have to go roughly parallel. About there. Yep. Deflector dish is next. I'm going to do that out of this because it's the closest I've got at the moment. I am looking at investing in some gold and silver colours, certainly for things like comm badges. I reckon we've seen the NX-01 as final upgrade. Yeah, that's the Doug Drexler upgrade. I might the refit. I might do I might do an image of that, to be fair. Adding the secondary hull would have looked awesome. Yeah, it did, to be fair. The model looks fantastic, the 3D model. Just another Watch Nerd, how are you? It's good to have you here, as always. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming on board. NX-01 is proceeding apace, just like Martok's deterioration. My deterioration is proceeding apace. Good to be here, bless it. Yay, the NX-01. Yeah, it's coming along. At least somewhat. Just doing the deflector dish now. Yeah. Damn it. It's come loose. Come away. There we go. Okay. Main deflector's on. Apologies if the camera is causing a bit of a delay or it's playing up. The software's not great, to be fair. I've really got to do something about that. Silly thing. Silly thing. Right, yeah. Highlights. This section here, yeah, so it's basically going to follow. This section here is going to follow this, but not quite. I want to cut it off a little bit. I'm drawing on the wrong bloody side. What a moron. Let's go down here, shall we? So yeah, I've got more of this grey now. It took a little bit of a kerfuffle with getting the order right, but I did. I've started watching 12 Monkeys. Never seen it before. Good show. Very dark. 12 Monkeys. Was that also Terra Metallis? 12 Monkeys. I was sure it was. Yeah, I watched the movie. I never watched the show. All right, that's something there. Right. Yeah, there was something there. I've never watched the show before, so yeah, it'd be. What's it like? Is it any good? Good show. It's very dark. Okay. Yeah, Terry Metallis. We all love Terry Metallis. It was a Metallis show. Yeah. "12 Monkeys" was a very dark film. To be honest, very dark. Bruce Willis was good in it. Bless him. I've yet to see watch 12 Monkeys. Heard good things about it. So how do you? Todd Stashwick plays Deacon, head of West 7. I like the show. Good sci-fi. Todd Stashwick's a good actor. Good actor. I can't pick it up. There we go. Lots of time travel paradoxes. Nice. It is somewhat recessed, isn't it? So this edge is going to be, yeah, that sort of works. Excuse me. Excuse me. That look all right? I think that looks okay. Okay, next is I'm going to, I don't want to do too much detail. I don't want to do too many lines on this. I want to do the, again, like the Defiant, just be a little bit conservative with it. That, I said we were going to do that, didn't I? So that's blue as well. That's there. I believe that's main engineering. I believe. So really, we want to plonk in like the tiniest of blue circles. She's so funny to do this tiny little circle. It's so small. I'm not even sure you can pick that up on camera. It's just about there. All the difference that has made. But yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm going to very gently start drawing on this. Very gently. We need to make sure we know where the lines are, where they're going. I may be able to, ever so slightly, impress the correct lines going down. Then I can go over them. if they're there on the back, which they are. Right. So that one did not. I'm reluctant to get into a fair few modern sci-fi shows the last decade because of my experience with The Expanse. Great show, but totally went off the rails. Still not finished with The Expanse. I know that it has declined somewhat in quality since I've been of what I have seen so far, but I liked it overall. It was fair. Okay, you might not be able to see that because of the light, but there you go. I'm going to turn this light off one moment. That's it. So I can see a bit better. Yep. And then bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I'm going to leave that one. That transferred absolutely nothing. Right, I'll have to redo that. Bands was nowhere near as bad as Game of Thrones got in its last season. In the last 3 seasons. At least. There's someone on a Twatmobile. Very interesting to see that Fedcon Bonn now has Frakes, Curtis, McFadden, Nicky de Boer, and Kate Mulgrew next year. Wow. I'll take this off. I just look at Supernatural went on for far too long. Got really long in the tooth towards the end. I always stop at season 5. I've seen season 6 and season 7, a little bit of season 8, but I just gave up after that. I thought, what's the point? This is just shocking. Absolutely shocking. Just became like, you could tell female writers took over and took over the show, because it just became about Sam and Dean's feelings. Sammy, I can't believe you said that about me, Sammy. It was awful. I don't want to go too over the OTT with this. I just want to get the lines in there, just transferred, just a little bit. Something for me to go over in pen. That there's positional for the text. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look too bad, baby. Missing one here. There you go. Right, so that one is going to have 2 that goes down centrally from there to there, and then out to there. These have got to be kind of straight. These are curved, these bottom ones are straight. Excuse me for sniffing. Bit hay fevery again. Oh, yeah, it's starting to take a bit of shape, you know. Okay. Then I just want some lines here, hull lines, to indicate that there's a curve there. Yeah, that's right. There as well. Almost beginning to look like a ship. And then these nacelles yep. And then one there, that's an important one there. So that goes into there, that goes into there. Yeah, almost like it's overlapping, but we've got to make sure we're careful with that. That, and then Nice, that's a lot of good lineup for FedCon. Yeah, if I spoke a lick of German, if I gave up on my German, moved to Spanish because it was a little easier, I'd probably go, but it would cost way too much money, I think. Although it's fairly cheap, we've got a lot of expenses this year. I'd love to go, personally. Right. This is where it can go horribly, horribly, horribly wrong, folks. Because this is permanent. And therefore cannot be undone. So. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not looking for perfection here. These lower grey lines have to be straight. Okay. I think the odd mistakes adds a bit of character to the picture. At least that's what I'm going with. I knocked the camera. I do apologise. It's my big fat head. Try not to get my beard in there too. Annoying convergence there. Two, three. I have to do one here. I'm going to have to break off from what I've drawn a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fourth one is about here. Fifth one is about here. Sixth one is about here. Seventh one is about there. Okay. Just around the side, and just below this window, we have two blacked out pieces here. Yeah, one either side. And then windows, and then we have this. I'm drawing a line in, and that which I'm going to draw a line in. Excuse me. Add a little bit of detail here. I'm just going to colour this bit in. And it's looked better, but it'll do. Right, now lettering, which is NX-01 up here. And the O is squarer than that. A big square. Enterprise. That looks right. Making a big decision here. Big decision. Ooh, I just got away with it as well. I think that looks a little bit better. So I'm going to do. Whoa. Yep. And then. Yes. Gives it a top hat. Right. Let's do this, the nacelles now. I'll do the Enterprise logo in a second. Oh, my ears just popped. That's never good. I need to sort that with some glue. Right, okay. To be fair, travel in general isn't cheap. No, something I love about legacy ships, you can tell what ship it is from the silhouette. Great design, methinks. They're also wonderfully symmetrical. You notice that? I could flip this image over and it would, either way you look at it, it would still resemble the NX-01. I love symmetrical ships. There you go, NX-01 Enterprise. I think now. I think now come the lights. So, lights on the NX-01 are actually yellow, believe it or not. They didn't use fluorescent bulbs. Or orange. I'm going to try for yellow if I can. We do have a green light, we do have a blue light, status light. Yeah. And I'm also going to grab the other one. The markers, try and get me a bright enough yellow. Also yellowish. Right. I'll zoom out. I'll try and get this right. Firstly, we want the felt tip end. And we've got, I think, one there, one there. One there, one there, and there, one there. Doesn't matter too much on this side because you're not really meant to see them. Which you can't really see them, can you? What's that look like? You can't really see them. Wonder if it'd better if I did white. It's a brand new one. It's a brand new one. Let's try white. Where are we going? Top quarter. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then down below, 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 there. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 on here. 1, 2, 3. And 3 on here. 1, 2, 3. Then 3 at the front. So it'll be 2 here. Yeah. 1, 2. And then 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to have line 1, 1, line. Yep. Then under the 3 we go line, line, dot, line. It's like a little bit more code. Dot, 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 line, dot. And then we've got 3, or 2 here, 1, 2. And then 2 here, 1, 2. And then 2 up here. It's going to be 1, 2. And then 3 back here, 1, 2, 3. And then 3 down here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nothing up top, and then the base of the bridge, you've got 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Then I'll go over these yellow ones, make them stand out. I don't actually like the yellow anyway. Whatever. Some on here as well. So if we follow this pattern, it's 1, 2, 3, kind of smaller. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 there. And then 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then actually getting closer to the end here. Bloody hell. Might that be it? Aside from the green light, which is on this side and is located exactly there, which you might not even be able to make out at this point, and the red light, which is located precisely there. Is that it? Aside from this line on the nacelle, I think that might be it, you know. What do we think? I think that resembles the Enterprise. There's a couple of other bits I could put in. I was tempted to rub that out first. Rub all the pencil marks out. I won't go over the paint just yet, in case it smudges. Yeah, I would say one there as well. There's one more thing I want to try and do. It's behind the bridge, isn't it? So it's like a some piece of technology out there on the hull. I think the writing needs to be a bit bolder. I'm almost scared to do it though. I know what it means. If I cock it up, I know exactly what it means. Now I have a black here somewhere. More of a grey, but yeah. I had a black. I know I did. Ah, here we go. I'll move that out of the way. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's gonna bolden it up a bit. That is. Just have to take my time and be careful. There you go. What are we thinking, guys? Any good? Is the ship done? I think the ship's done. Right. I'm going to wait until this is all completely dry, and I know it's dry, and then I'll run over it with a eraser. I don't know. I think that looks quite snazzy, maybe. Might be talking out my backside, of course, but let's crack on with the insignia. And we're going to do it nice and big. And I don't need you anymore. I need you. Right. Okay. I've got the basic colours down. Happy with that. Looks amazing. Thank you, Watch Nerd. Much appreciated. Please, guys, if it doesn't look any good, I don't want you to, you know, just say it for the sake of saying it. If it genuinely doesn't look right, then please let me know. How am I going to do this? Right, I need... Archer would approve, I reckon. The ship looks good. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Archer even. Oh, yeah, you said Archer. Nice. Can't spell today, it seems. I can't speak properly today, it seems. Now, I need to know, with this, I think I have an idea. Okay, so the red section is going to be this. Time I'm looking at 58, so that's an hour for the ship as planned, an hour for the ship, an hour for the insignia, and an hour for the text. Hopefully I get it done. The insignia is not going to be easy. I'll tell you that now. I knew this would be a challenge. I didn't want to do it before the stream, and like a Blue Peter here's one I made earlier. But I knew this would be a challenge. And of course, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so that's the outer edge of that done. I'm going to start with a red background. Bear with me, because this is important. Red background. That didn't even transfer anything. Have I done it the right way? God damn it, I didn't do it the right way. God damn it. Let's try this now. If I have to do everything backwards, it doesn't really matter. Again, I can just flip it over and save, especially on the smaller bits, having to rub the graphite out. Oh my god, that's barely transferred. That looks awful. Right. Time to pull out the big guns. Namely the little pencils. It needs to transfer better than that. Right, can we maybe try again? Just about see that. Just about. Right. The rounded bits I'm going to cut with the scissors on the line. Very difficult this to get it right to a point, because I'm going to probably have about maximum 3mm separation, like maximum, probably even 2mm separation along the edge between the red and the grey level. I'm going to be plonking down, so it needs to be pretty close, if not dead on, to the line. This is already quite tough to see. Let's try this with the scissors. Doesn't look that much right now, but I promise you it will. That light on again. I can see better now. Okay, that's layer 1 done. Layer 2 to go now. Right, so that's going to go there. Stay with me on this one. You have faith. This is going to look amazing, I think. That is going to be a complete disaster. It's probably the more likely one. Right, you next, and we'll pick a bit of you that isn't. Okay, next up. This. It needs to be sharp. There's practically nothing left of this pencil, by the way. This needs to run as close as parallel as possible. without losing too much. Okay. Oh man, this is tough. All right. So, decision has been made. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's give it a go. You can but try. Have faith, you say. Note to self: don't start singing the Enterprise theme tune. Don't do it. I love that theme tune. I will. I'll start singing it. Unsubscribe. You got it stuck in my head, and it's your fault. It's transferring it. Yeah, let's transfer it. Primarily the inside line now. Ooh, I can just about cope with that. We do need some rain, but you know, certainly here in the UK. I actually see where I'm cutting. It's quite nice. Now I'm going to try keeping to the inside of the line. I love that. I love that they went somewhere different. Because don't get me wrong, I like the fanfares. Yeah, it will be raining a tad this week, Watch Nerd. On Thursday with the event we're hosting. It's going to be bloody raining cats and dogs probably. We've got to try and fit 30 people in. We were hoping to be able to utilise the garden, but we can't very well do that if it's raining. So we're trying to get a gazebo up before Thursday. So. Come on. To be fair, I hated it at first. It grew on me, but then I'm a sucker for cheesy songs. I don't know. I think the entire theme of the Enterprise opening credits was brilliant. You know, it was the curiosity of humanity reaching for the stars, starting from the Wright brothers, which I thought was bloody amazing, and using actual historical footage. I think that's market stroke of genius. Okay, does it work? Sort of. Like, sort of. This, I'm gonna have to trim around that. Okay. Now, the purple bit. Now, I think I'm going to go straight over it like that. Or follow that round like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Follow it round like that. And then it curves down. Yeah, I can just go straight across with that as well. Right, purple. Annoyingly, a fresh sheet of purple. So there, transfer. Yeah, that's not. Over in Gooner. Come on, Mr. Enterprise. Let's get you done. If it rains, some might appreciate it after the roasting summer, despite being an outdoor event. Yeah, true. What would be good though is if we also got some thunder and lightning, would help clear the air, get rid of some of the mugginess. Yeah, I agree with that, mate. Absolutely. I love a good thunderstorm. I absolutely adore thunderstorms. I always, if there's one in the middle of the night, I would literally get out of bed and start filming it. And I'll go out, stand outside the front door and get absolutely soaked. I don't care. I absolutely love it. Just, you know, disclaimer, I would have some clothes on. You know, I don't want to be that guy, you know. Yeah. Oh, this is going to look so weird when I'm building it up. Don't you fall. Don't you fall. I know. It looks weird. I know. Stay with me. All right. Okay. Now, here comes the clever bit. I think it's the clever bit. Now this will either work spectacularly or it will fail spectacularly. Oh, damn you. I hit it the wrong way. Again. Again. Oh, for God's sake. Am I just blonde today? I'm extra blonde. I'm definitely extra blonde today. Try this again. Oh, I still love a good thunderstorm. Oh, well, watching it. It's kindred spirits in that sense then. There's something about them, isn't there? Something about thunderstorms. Will this stop moving? It keeps moving. Ha! There you go. Sorted. Told you it'd take a while to get this done. Yeah, 20 past, 20 minutes. Yeah, I think we've got plenty of time. We can get this done. We can get this done. See where I'm going with it yet? Okay, we got one more. One more layer. And then some highlights. Pencil is even smaller now. It's the same side as the others. It's definitely the inner one that we want here. Let's see how we get on. It's a bit smudgy in places. I'd be tempted to do this with a Stanley blade. Yeah, I got that. Let's try it with the scissors. I can always redo it if I need to. Here we go then. Oh, this is delicate work. He says he's still got the lettering to do. Silly man. This is like the tiniest NX-01 ever. This is an NX-0.1. Oh yeah, it is. It only goes and stands out. Yeah, baby. Right now, this layer and this layer and this layer matter. Their position matters greatly. So there. Now down by the first nacelle there, where that nacelle is there, state, so about there is where the text is meant to go, but it's sort of a bit further down, I think. Oh. So let's put it backwards. There you go. Enterprise, and then there's 3 stars, which I'll need to do. Just little things of, and then there's 4 stars. 4 stars there, 4 stars there, sorry. And then a bunch of stars on the background. So, okay, so we'll save that until later. I just wanted to get that right. We'll go over that with, I think, a darker shade of grey, because that's what it is on here. Okay, so shall we get sticking? That's dry now. It's not really paint. It's more felt tip, but it's quite good felt tip. It's not your typical felt tip. There is an element of paint there, but it dries really quick. Right. Stick you on you. Yeah. Yep. Can always go around trimming around the edges. That's absolutely fine. Let's push it up a little further north. Yep. I'm happy to put the purple layer on now. Or do I do the stars first? Eesh. Yeah, alright, purple layer first. Okay. And again, purple there doesn't really matter, as long as it's not on show at the end. Then the Enterprise, the backing of the ship. half an hour left of this hour to do this. It's looking good. So anything that's left, I can sort of take off. Oh dear. Oh no, 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 no. We don't want that. We don't want that. Mind you, thankfully that's not the final layer. We don't want that. So I can take off this excess here. Go on then. Now, I would call this the final layer, but it's kind of not really. Just there will be some highlights going on. Actually looks really good. I'm actually quite surprised by this. Excuse me, I am quite gassy today. Beg your pardon. You really do. Let's just fish this out. Yeah, that'll do. Just about. Okay. There are some highlights that I can do. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can do another layer. We've got half an hour. Let's go. Let's do it. So really, it's going to go into this side. So we want this round here. It sort of goes down to here. And comes up. And then we can cut a little strip there, but I don't know. No, fuck it. I'm not doing the highlight. I'm not doing it. I just said you can get the patch online to attach to a jacket or something, considering it sticking on my rucksack. Hey, that's really cool. I've got a stars patch somewhere for Resident Evil. Oh no, is this leaking? Oh, damn, I've finished my drink. Right. Yeah, my drink's leaking a little bit, but fear not. The hair, it is far, far away. Right. Again, I'm just going to draw some of this highlight stuff on. If we go there, I might highlight it with one of the paint pens, I think. You know, that's not bad going. Swallow that juice from. Right, carefully now. Excuse me. Right. A light blue. I want to test this out before I do anything. Oh, now that's a good colour. All right. Draw it on instead. I think that looks really good. Right, stars. And one there, 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 and one there. Just make them a bit more circular. And then one there, and then one there. And then one there. And then stars. More like asterisks, but it doesn't matter. All right, what do we think to the patch? I quite like that, to be fair, don't you? I quite like that. That's nice. The patch works, I think. Yeah. Nice. I'll wait until all that dries off, and then I'll get rid of the pencil. And while and this is dried off, so I'll get rid of all the pencil. Clean it off a lot. possible I've got an Amazon delivery here. The wife may be at the gym with the lad. One second, I will be back. That's me in trouble. I've just opened the missus' mail, thinking it was mine. Oh well. Right. I am going to fix something while I'm here. It's been bugging me for a while now. Right. I'm happy that that's dry now. Very quick drying stuff. Yeah, that works. Relatively happy with that. Okay. Now comes the fun bit. Are we ready for this? Because the fun bit is the lettering. Oh. Yeah, I really... Yeah, that was my bad. I shouldn't have opened that. Well, I don't think it's for me anyway, so I'm spoiling surprises. Okay. Now, the lettering's going to be white. So, I'm going to do it on this side. And because it's white, and because it's transferring white, I'm going to use the thinner. This is the easy bit, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is fun. And the Enterprise lettering is the thinnest I've done so far. This ought to be fun. Make sure I'm not putting anything in spillage. Right, I'm going to try and get this straightened up. He says. Get it to a point where I can cut it. Even if it looks a little thicker in places, I'm not too fussed. I don't want to damage this. My neck's cracking up. It's gonna be small. It might break. Should transfer easily well though. Relatively well. Easily well. Should transfer over relatively easy. However, if it moves, it will blur, and that makes it messy. And because sharpen, and because we're standing out on black paper, it is going to stand out big time. However, it's not the most, it's not got a terrible amount of radiuses on it. It's got a lot of straight lines. So that's good. We like straight lines when we're cutting with a knife. Again, I may space this out slightly, each individual letter. Just to give myself a bit of cutting room. Cutting room. Okay. I think that actually stands out quite a lot. That's nice. Right. Here comes the fun again. Fun again, fun again. There's the white card. Here's the white card. I think that's white anyway. Yep. Yep. I'm going to transfer it this way. Right, we're doing it backwards. Yeah. didn't think about that before I transferred it, did I? I'm going to get that safely capped. Let's do Startrek up here. Just transferring really easily. Never an easy bit with artwork. Yeah, absolutely. Smaller you go, the more difficult it gets. It is essentially transferring. This will be interesting. I think this is the smallest text I've done so far, really. Let's see. A couple of gaps here and there, but I'll be all right. I'm going to do Enterprise on top. Tell you what, the heavy-footed lot next door. I don't think that's my kids. Reminds me a bit of Space. With Marsha's daughter. Out the door. Running down the stairs out the door. Right. Looks messy, I know. But it won't. Are we ready? This bit I will zoom in for you all. I'm going to stick that out the way. Just momentarily. And I will zoom in for you. Right. This is where I go quiet for a bit, guys. Okay, concentration and everything. You can put this on like a pen and lid, look. Okay. Trying to think the best way to approach this. That's one. Oh, this is going to be really hard. That is not easy. I think they might be putting pictures up next door, so I apologise for the banging. Oh, that was not easy. Trying not to touch. I'm going to try not to touch too much of the stuff that's transferred over. You guys see all right what I'm doing? Ooh. Wow. Moving them out of the way a little bit. Can you guys hear that banging? Or is the microphone not picking it up? Let's cut the center out first. Just in and out, but yeah, I can just see it. You see it over here fine. Excellent. Seeing here fine. Can you hear that banging from next door? It's like someone's putting pictures up. It's a good neighbour, actually. He's a lovely guy. Leaves us alone, we leave him alone. Say hello and have a chat now every now and then. It's nice. Good neighbourly stuff. He don't get up in our business, and we don't get up in his. Cool. Okay. You gonna come out, Mr. A? Mr. A of the Startrek? You gonna come out? Yeah, of course you are. Off you go. Join your friends. Off you go and join your friends. Oh, I've deviated there. Make up for it elsewhere. You can hear that, can't you? It's the microphone's really sensitive. I'm not going to ask it to stop or anything. It's only a silly stream. Now, if I was on stream live with William Shatner, I might say, Morgan, can you hang on a minute? But we go. What do you know? T's are easy. It's going to be the R's that are the problem. Oh, sorry, the E's. They're very thin. Let's take out the centre. Must remember to take out the centre first. Don't know where I'd be without my helping hands. The K has a little up flick. This little radius. It's tiny. Okay. Startrek is done. Now it's just Enterprise. Oh dear, weird there. There's 3 E's in Enterprise, isn't there? Already out. Ooh, save. Oh, I'll tell you what, this makes my arms ache a little bit. There's a bit left over there. Right. Okay. Or tea. Nope. He just popped out. Look at that E. Perfect. Perfect. That is perfect. Definitely using some muscles I don't normally use here. Little tiny muscles. This has gone into my keyboard, I think. Yeah. You can hear the twatty mopeds. Everybody's just planning to be noisy today. Bloody mopeds. Usually young lads. We're like, oh yeah, feel the horsepowers. Oh. 9 times out of 10 they don't have actual licenses. You probably think they've got tremendously large appendages, but mopeds. Oh. God, we've got another S, haven't we? Another S to do. Now I can smell the moped fuel. Raw petrol smell. We got the other S. Last one. Last one to go. What are we thinking? Gonna be an easy glue down? Okay. Always fun, that. Zoom back out. Okay, so we got some lettering, which is good. Got the rest of the picture over. Move all that over. I can pick that out one bit at a time. Okay, start with the ship. Get the edge going. And try not to leave any bumps or any raised bits of glue. That will cause us to have a bad time. See what he did there? He French fried when he should have pizzas. You French fry when you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. Right. Down goes the NX-01. Say about there. Okay. And the patch. Happy with the edges of that, I think. Yeah, I can always clean that up afterwards. Not a problem. Okay. we go, and then we'll use the spreader. Just stick that back down. Right, I guess it's time for the lettering. So we'll start, funnily enough, with Startrek. Odd that, isn't it? Because that will then give us the guideline for the rest of the glue down. I don't mind it being low, but it needs to be straight with the writing. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Where's my S? There we go. Like your thicker T in Trek, not Star. So move that over. Yep. 8. Over. Further over still. Yep. Star. Almost there, guys. Further over still. T. Too close. Further over and down. A bit further over this way. There. Okay. We're going to need a good flattening out, I think. R. R, where are you? A little bit further over this way. Yep. Tiny E. Oh. Yep. Yep. I mean, it's at least sort of level. Okay. Line. Oh, I thought I spotted some pencil on it. A bit lower down, a little bit further left. Left field. Again, a little bit further down and a little bit left. I mean, it's not exact, but they're always going to lose something in translation, right? Right. The E of Enterprise is going to fit nicely where I tell it to. I want it to be as straight as possible. Right, N. T. A little further over with the T. Excellent. Another E. Shock horror. It's in the right place, just straighten it up. R. Dental picks, by the way. Absolutely brilliant for getting rid of excess glue. Now the P. Beep. What utter folly, starting with the obvious. Heaven fortend. Awful fend. P. R. R. Sesame Street, isn't it? R. I. Almost. S. Oh, pause. I nearly destroyed the S. Yeah, it's got to come over again. A bit more. Again, a little bit more. Start hugging. Start hugging you two. There you go. Yeah, and then E. You know what? That's close enough. Right. Are we ready, guys, for the grand reveal of the completed picture? We have now completed the NX-01. Enterprise is done. Finitoed. What do we think to that? I'm just literally going to take a picture of it for the channel. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly, as Del Boy would say. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks. Yeah. I think that goes very well with the others. We now have 4 out of the 5 decent Star Trek series done. And the bridge. The Enterprise D bridge. That makes me very happy. I think they go really well together. That's awesome. Magic. Right. That is it for this weekend in terms of streams. As I said, I'll be back on the review channel to do the puppet episode of Strange New Worlds, and I'll be back with 10 Forward. I will be back next week with another Papercraft. We're going to be doing the original Enterprise. Now, that may not take as long because it's not that complex. So I might get one done in a day, maybe. All of them together look really great. They do, actually. They really stand out. I quite like them. I'm particularly proud of this patch. I have to admit, I'm proud of that patch. That patch looks really good. I do not blow my own trumpet that much, but I really fucking love that patch. That was a lot of work. But yeah, so 4 of the main series done, and I'll be back with the original series Enterprise, the 1701, 1701, and that will say obviously just normal Star Trek writing. But you know, from something that started as just an idea on doing the Defiant, for example, out of different color card, and it's spawned an entire collection going, and then spawned more and more streams. I fucking really love doing these streams. I really love it. And yeah, I absolutely love it. Thank you, by the way, anyone who's watching on this channel, thank you so much for coming over here to watch this, to watch me do this on a different channel. I know it's a bit odd Okay, I know it's a bit odd coming over to a different channel, starting all over again with an art channel and doing this, because I'd probably get more views if I did it on the review channel. But I want to separate this. This is a hobby for me. The review channel has started to feel like an obligation. This is a hobby. So I'm absolutely in love with doing this. Absolutely 100% in love with doing this. 5 hours. It's taken a total of 5 hours to do this. I just love it. Absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you're watching post live, no worries. Makes sense you'd have these streams on a dedicated art channel. Yeah, absolutely. And who knows? Maybe I head for monetization at some point in the future. You never know. I'll make some shorts and some videos and everything. That should be good enough, I think. Glue all over my finger. Glue. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to end it there, guys. That is now complete. I'm going to post a picture of it in the Discord, and I will post some pictures on the YouTube, various channels that I've got, YouTube channels. And yeah, there you go. 4 of the main series done, 1 to go. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Look out for yourselves. Until next time, I'm out of here. Have a great week.